Good morning, friends and neighbors! Tesuiji at the desk for the first time in what feels like a while for a substitute Stampede. I find it slightly ironic that in the 4 sessions I've done since renaming this to the Saturday Stampede, half of them have not been on Saturdays. Ahem. For those of you joining us for the first time because my usual streams aren't in your time zone or aren't available to you, hello! We're mostly playing Japanese leagues here. The NPB, which is expanded twice. We are playing as the formerly moribund Oryx Buffaloes, who just won the Pacific League pennant in real life this season. Where we are right now is at the start of May. We're probably not going to play any games this month because if you take a look at the team schedule, for the first time in almost a decade, there's Interleague on the calendar. And Interleague is important, especially important this season because some very old friends of ours have bolted over to the Yomiuri Giants in the offseason. The Giants are doing well. That would be Takao Okuma, who is playing second base for them, and 15 RBIs. Alright. Guy's having himself a season so far. And Masataka Yoshida, who seems to have lost his starting spot and is used in pinch hitting duties now. It's a sad way to go for Macho. I mean, this is his age 39 season. It's always Saturday when Out of the Park is involved. Well, mostly because I worked last weekend and I'm going to have to work this weekend, as well as the fact that the Perfect Team Championship Series, Master Series, is preempting my usual time slot on Saturday, so I figure, might as well. We've got some injuries racking up at this point. Hiroshi Gushiken, our erstwhile left fielder, out for a few days. Takashi Umino, our starting catcher, intercostal strain, which kind of stinks. He's been having a barn burner of the season so far. And our top lefty, Yukihiko Yonamine, who I've redubbed YY2, is out with an elbow strain after only making 4 starts. Hopefully he's back quickly. I appreciate that you can prefer this time slot on weekdays, Bailey. The downside is, normally I'm working at this time slot. It just, with the goofiness that my work schedule has been last week and over the weekend, I've been able to get mornings off this week. I can't guarantee I will have that going forward. Oh, and you remember the starting pitcher we had in the last game we played in the previous session, Zaijiro Koide? I noticed he's a 6'9" lefty who weighs 200 pounds. Waluigi is the only appropriate nickname for someone like that. Wah! Alright, we're going to zoom through this month and get to Interleague, because there's some really fun matchups I want to play there. We're going to be headed to Koshien to take on our crosstown rivals, the Hanshin Tigers. And we're going to be taking on the Yomiuri Giants, hosting them. Masataka Yoshida and Takao Okuma are coming back home, wearing someone else's jersey. Alright, and we have retrieved an old friend of ours, Ryoga Tomiyama. We signed him as a free agent because he was released by his Indie League team. There is never enough arms in the arm barn. And of the guys in our pitching staff, who's the most expendable? Is it Yamauchi? Not Davitt, he's actually good. Let's look at FIP. Okay, no, it is Yamauchi. Alright, and it looks like we're going to be seeing Tomiyama out of the rotation. I mean, he's a ground ball pitcher. I'm okay with this. Our old friend Seiya Suzuki, 400 career home runs. Age 37, still slugging away for the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars. But that's a bit of an albatross contract. So I'm admittedly surprised to see... Oh, hey, Gushiken's available to come back. But does he play over Taguchi or Quan? I don't think so. I think Gushiken is going to head down to the minors on a full-time basis. As usual, we are swimming in arms. And the hope is Yoshinobu Yamamoto figures his stuff out. When I caught a glimpse on the previous screen, he's only looking... He's got like a 5 ERA. Oh man, the Spirit are bad again. That sucks. They had one good season. And now not so much. Ooh, 11-9. Alright, team's on a bit of a winning streak. I will take that. Oh yeah, for those of you who are new to this stream, I've basically built a Death Star in this game. Yeah, that's a rather substantial winning streak we put together. 12 in a row, why not? QG's got tendinitis, let's put him on the IL. Let's give Yamauchi a call back up. Good to see Davitt's going to move into the starting rotation. I'm on board with that. Yeah, drops are nice, not gonna lie. Tamo Fujimoto wants an extension. You gotta be playing better than that, though. I mean, 10 saves is great, but I was getting that results from Kaoru Higashi. We've got plenty of relievers in the fungible bullpen, including Totaro Hasegawa, who has not allowed a run yet in 15 innings. Oh, man. He's supposed to be so much better than this. Shungyozai Masuda is probably not going to be seeing next season as a member of this club. I mean, if it's... I like keeping my spot on Saturdays at 1 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, because then I lead right into Gorgo, so if you join my stream late, you can still get your drops on his stream. We always try to raid him. I'm sorry, 2 guys are sporting 400 batting averages this long in the season? Wow. I mean, I know Tateishi is ridiculously good. Yonamine, not certain when to return. We dropped a pair of decisions in Tohoku. Tomiyama blew the game. Yamauchi too. Okay, so I've seen enough out of him. Kaita Honda's going to be the one coming back up. I'm wondering if I rushed Koide back into the rotation. His last few starts have been rough. I'm willing to give him a little bit longer. A little bit more rope. Alright, good news is that Umino's coming back soon, because that is an absolute boat anchor at catcher. Yuck. Alright, are we actually going to rehab Umino, or are things desperate enough that we're just going to put him right into the lineup? Yeah, we're not going to... fuddle around. Welcome back, Umino, you beaut. And, hey, awesome season so far from Tsukasaburo Tanaka. Not bad for the second-year first baseman. I mean, we had come to expect this stuff from Oscar Munoz, not Tanaka. Alright, QG's ready to come back. Fantastic. Yeah, Tomiyama is not quite what I thought he was, so no concerns about sending him down. It's just money. Alright, and credit where credit is due, Takanibu Matsuda has done very well out of the starting rotation. Better than I expected. Yamamoto's rounding into form. With QG back, let's see what happens. I'm sorry, what? Oh my goodness. Oh, just casually hanging an 11 spot on the team. Alright, let's see what the damage was. Ota with 5 RBIs on the day. Onizuka, 5 RBIs. Munoz with 3. Ota clubbed a pair of home runs. And Onizuka contributed one of his own. Onizuka was a single and a double away from the cycle. Sheesh. Yeah, let it eat, QG. Wow. Beating up on our old friend Hiroya Miyagi, too. That is a bad day for the Marines. And worse, they lost their third baseman, Nander de Sadas. Absolute clown show. Alright, when the heck does Interleague start? The 8th. Alright, that's where we're going to go to. I figure we're going to play 3 games today. One against the Tigers, one against the Giants. And I want to pick one where Masataka Yoshida is starting because he deserves a homecoming. And one against either the Arrows or the Comets. That is the first injury Yuki Sato has ever had. And Ota's... They've both got sprained thumbs? Oh man, what is going on with this team? F in the chat for these guys' thumbs. Well, this just got a little more difficult. Ryo Ota, the Phenom. 6 weeks. And then Yuki Sato. I'm not kidding. This is the third injury he's had. He got his bell rung back in 2027. He had a sore back for a day. And he's a pending free agent, and now his thumb's fractured. I am so glad I didn't give him a contract extension when he asked. Oh man, this bites. So, Gushiken's gonna get a call up, as is Shigeo Miyamoto. And this lineup looks a little different now. Alright, we're going to skip ahead to this game on June 11th against the Hanshin Tigers because I want to see what this club looks like. Too much thumb wrestling in the locker room. Those are some violent thumb wrestling matches. My goodness. I mean, it's a good thing our team is running on different players at this point. If this was a few seasons ago, like when we did lose Ryo Ota for an entire season, I'd be more concerned. But this offense runs on Oscar Munoz, Jitsuo Onizuka, and Tsukasaburo Tanaka now. Ryo Ota is a nice to have. Yuki Sato is a nice to have. And we're not going to have him next season anyway. Also, Seiji Taguchi with a 14-game hitting streak. Hello, sir. I see you. We haven't had a Buffalo win the home run crown, I don't think. Onizuka's threatening. Hey! Yonamine's ready to come back. Alright, rehab stint. So yeah, Taguchi kind of batting 500 to start the season. Not bad. Former Buffalo Kendai again, doing well for the minor league Tigers team. What was this? The same game for Pete's sake? Kashiwabara is looking for an extension. And that's not bad. But I've also got someone in the minors who can do better than your -6 OPS, Mr. Kashiwabara. Yuck. Actually, come to think of it, now that you pointed it out, down you go. Mayuhiko Shinomiya, welcome to the bigs. See how he does there. Roki Sasaki is tearing it up for Houston. Good for him. Yeah, he got posted, actually, no, he became a free agent, and then he signed with the Astros in the offseason. So he didn't get posted, he just was an FA. Yeah, thanks, Satior. Yeah, work's been kind of hectic, so I'm glad to be able to get the chance to do this. And the wheels are starting to fall off the whole Isamu Fukuda comeback. Ditto for Steven Kwan. I mean, it's good that we've got a defensive left fielder, at least until Gushiken gets his legs under him. But this is upsetting. Like, I expected better. Is he just getting splitzed? Okay, yeah, he's just getting unlucky versus lefties. Oscar Munoz, Batter of the Month award. Takanibu Matsuda, Pitcher of the Month. Electric stuff Matsuda throws, but he hasn't had the best luck in terms of the rotation before. This season, much better. All right. Off to the 11th. There is a very bottom-heavy Central League, I'm noticing. The Carp, the Tigers, the Bay Stars, and the Arrows are all within a game and a half of each other. The Comets might actually be making a playoff push, which is exciting. And of course, you spend as much money as the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, you are going to have a good team. There's a few former Buffaloes on that squad. Player of the Week for Onizuka, attaboy. Guzman, herniated disc, out for 5 days. Okay. Come on back, Kashiwabara. Actually, let me get the... I usually do this setup with my game strategy where based on the ratings, I adjust what their tendency is for stealing, running, and sack bunting. Okay, got that in for Yamamoto. For Shinomiya, I haven't done that yet. Steal, run, hit and run. Bunt. Don't bunt hit. Alright, so first interleague game in almost a decade, and we slug the Carp 13-3. Our rookie Shinomiya, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, complete with a home run. Good effort there. And this club is getting roughed up. Going to make interleague very interesting. All right, we are here at... You know what, we're going to take the second game of the set. I feel like we've already seen Koide pitch. Yeah, this is the one we're going to watch. We're going to manage this one, folks. Including some familiar faces on the other side. Teruaki Sato is still playing for the actual Hanshin Tigers. Ken Daigen, former Buffalo. Oh, they changed up the starting pitcher. It was going to be Tsubasa Sakakibara, who is a former Buffalo in real life and in this sim. But we'll make it work anyway. And Shinomiya getting the start at shortstop. Is Dave Roberts managing the Tigers? Wow, that outfield defense looks suspect. Akagi's usually a left fielder. Wenbin Yano should be a DH. Former Buffalo Shiro Masuda. I think we included him in the trade for Isamu Fukuda, so interesting. It's nice to see Hanshin Koshien Stadium full up again. I've actually been to all the NPB stadiums. That was one of my trips in 2019, the third trip I've made to Japan. And it was nice to be out in the outfield, cheering and hooting and hollering along. And that's a little number from Haraguchi, but he beats it out with his speed. That was RJ Portman behind the plate as an arm. Bit of a noodle bat, alright. Let's fake out stealing. Haraguchi on the run. And the ball gets away from the second baseman. Haraguchi moves over to third. Full count to Munoz. High fly ball, center field. Akagi is there. And that will be a sacrifice hit. Buffaloes get an early lead. Onizuka in a 1-2 count. Grounded up the middle. The shortstop takes care of the work. Here's Akagi, the center fielder now, up against Takanibu Matsuda. Matsuda struggles a bit more with the lefties, but he's got that stuff. As long as he doesn't run into walk issues, he'll do fine. And that's a leadoff single for the center fielder, Akagi. Edgar Barrios, the shortstop now. Pitch to contact and try and get something on the ground. High fly ball deep into left field. Kwan is able to make the play, though. Teruaki Sato, who is going to be a problem for us. Let's hold that runner instead. The 1-2 to Sato.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin. Sit down. Thank you. Yamamura, the big signing on the Tigers. Oh boy, that's gone. As I was saying, Yamamata was their big signing in the free agent market a couple seasons ago, coming from the Lions, and that's one of the reasons why. It'd be nice to get some hits. Alright, Igawa's going to shoot this one all the way to the wall. 2-out extra base hit for the right fielder. The catcher Umino goes the other way, deep into the right field, and that's going to fall in front or behind the fielder. Tie ball game, double from the catcher Takashi Umino. Here's the rookie shortstop Mayuhiko Shinomiya. And he will strike out on a very outside fastball. Tries to sneak a changeup in there. Or slider. Taguchi is able to make the play. Here's Kendai again, former Buffalo. We're going to pitch around him the 2-2.
Strike 3.
Gotta love that fastball. R.J. Portman now. Power threat here. The 2-2 from Masuda. Fly ball center field, Taguchi makes the play. Back to the top of the order now here in the top of the third inning. Off the end of the bat, Taguchi grounds out to the second baseman, Ozaki. Barrios makes short work of Haraguchi in his second plate appearance. Munoz skies this one to center field again. Akagi has tracked it down. Man, they've got a lot of real noodle bats on this Hanshin lineup. Down the line, Iga was able to haul this one in. Going to be a lot of outfield shallow for this game. Matsuda pounces on this one. 1-3 to put out. They're shifting on Onizuka. Interesting. If you're wondering why we have a DH at a Central League stadium, it's because the Central League added the DH a few seasons ago. Which is a shame because the Giants have this amazing two-way guy by the name of Tateishi, who really could have stood to benefited from being able to bat every single day. Alright, here's Sato again. Already one strikeout today.
Strike 3.
There's another. 5 strikeouts so far for Takanibu Matsuda. We're going to dance around Yamamata here. Inside ball 4, first walk of the day. Full count to Yano. He's walked as well. Let's check in on Matsuda. The 0-2 to Masuda. On the ground, that is a 6-4 putout. Shinomiya to Munoz. Can't turn it around. Kendai again here with a chance for an RBI. 65 pitches already for Matsuda. We are going to shift on him. The 1-2 again. Flared into center field. That will score the run. Kendai again burns his old club, and it's 3-2 Tigers. The 2-2 to Portman.
Strike 3.
Down on strikes. We may need to get Isamu Fukuda warmed up as a reliever. He could be our long guy here. We'll see how this goes. Alright, leadoff walk for Takechi Egawa. Umino flares this one to center. Akagi is in and puts it away. Shinomiya pops this one up into left field. 2 down quickly. Taguchi down the line and fair. That's into the left field corner. Egawa's not exactly fast, but he's going to try to go first to home, and he'll get there. Tie ball game, Seiji Taguchi. Haraguchi will work a walk. Munoz high and deep to left center field, way back and way gone. How they say strike 3 in Japanese is sanshin. San being 3. So you'll often hear in very excitable moments, karaburi sanshin. That's strikes out swinging. And that will chase the starting pitcher from the game. Ogai Tanaka comes in to try and limit the bleeding. Oscar Munoz, his 17th home run of the season, has given the Buffaloes a 6-3 lead. And Onizuka is going to lace this one into the right field corner. Standing double, 10th of the season for Jitsuo. All this damage with 2 out. Tanaka's going to flare this one into shallow right center field. Jitsuo Onizuka comes home. And it's now 7-3 Buffaloes. Stephen Kwan flare up the middle. But Akagi's able to get in front of it. Here's Ozaki, the second baseman. High fly ball, but not too deep. Kwan's able to make the play. Let's see if we can't coax a couple more innings out of Matsuda here. Over to Hadaguchi, perfectly played. 1-2-3 inning. Matsuda's still only thrown 84 pitches. We're going to let him go another inning here. Egawa popped up sky high on the infield. Hard hit Umino to the third baseman. 2 down here at the top of the 6th. Shinomiya goes to his opposing shortstop, Barrios 6-3. Full count on Teruaki Sato. Inside ball 4. We are going to get Coy James warmed up. The 1-2 to Yamamura. Flyer into the other side of the infield. Haraguchi makes the play. Double play depth now. Here's Yano. Up the middle. Past Shinomiya. Base hit. Trying first to third is Sato, and he's safe. Yeah, we're going to go to Coy James now. Good day for Takanibu Matsuda, but let's make sure that he gets out of this with while still holding the lead. All right, we'll concede the run. The 1-2 to Shiro Masuda. Down on strikes. Here's Kendai again. Full count to him.
Strike 3.
Down swinging. Koi James comes in and gets out of the jam. Little Nubber back to the mound. And no, that's not a graphical glitch. Koshien really does have an all-dirt infield like this. Full count on Munoz. High fly ball, right field, or at center field. Akagi's doing fantastic work out there. But he's not going to get to that one. It's over his head. Onizuka with a stinging line drive. His second double of the game. And it's 8-3 Buffaloes. That'll bring up Carlos Alejo to take on Tsubasaburo Tanaka. Another lofted single. That's another RBI for Tanaka. If you're wondering what the noise is, that's the jet balloons getting warmed up. If you've never been to Koshien, if you haven't seen the jet balloon release, that won't make any sense to you. RJ Portman leaves the yard with a solo home run. There are 2 power threats in this lineup. That's one of them. Alright, I don't want to use any of my good arms. We're going to get Isamu Fukuda warmed up. Alright, 9-4 the lead still. Egawa lofts this one into left center field. Akagi's been busy today. Deep, but that's in front of the warning track. Tough day at the plate for Shinomiya. Alright, let's see if we can coax another inning, or another batter or two out of Koi before we hand things over to Fukuda. The 1-1 to Teruaki Sato. On the ground, Munoz in the shift. One away. Last batter for Koi James here. Two innings of work, 2 strikeouts. Yes, I know I've selected a position player to pitch. He's good. The 1-2 from Fukuda to Yano. On the ground, Shinomiya. How did he turn that? Well played, Munoz. Yotaka Wada comes up. Taguchi lifts this one to shallow center field. That's going to fall in for a single. And he's faking the run. Off he goes, and he is thrown out. Well played by RJ Portman behind the plate. Hey, thank you for the follow there, Trudell. And it's a very quiet crowd here at Koshien. Buffalo's leading their crosstown rivals 9-4. Popped up on the infield, Haraguchi calls for it. One away. The 0-2 Fukuda again.
Strike three.
Caught looking. And finally, here's RJ Portman, who left the yard his last time up. He's going to dribble this one up the middle. 2-hit day for the catcher. Popped up, barely leaving the infield. 9-4 the final for your Oryx Buffaloes. Now, I'm hoping for our next series that they actually do start Masataka Yoshida so that we can have our welcome back home moment. That's what I'm hoping for. I was trying to get permission from an Oryx Buffaloes cheering section to use their music in today's stream. Didn't get a response in time, so I'm not gonna, but it's something I'm working on. Alright, this is the series we wanted. They're starting Yoshida. This is going to be our game. We're going to see Shinosuke Sato, our ground baller extraordinaire, up against the star of the Giants, Hirotoshi Tateishi, basically Otani Redux. This is going to be a fun one. I have no idea how this one's going to pan out. It's a packed Kyocera Dome for today's game. Sakae Asai leading things off for the Yomiuri Giants, currently leading the Central League. Munoz slow to get to it, but able to make the play. The Giants left fielder, Kota Yamashita. Fly ball. Right side. 2 down early. Here's Sugai. Full count. Laced into the right field corner. That one stung. It's a 2-out double. And now the crowd rises to their feet. Masataka Yoshida takes the batter's box for the first time as someone other than an Oryx Buffalo. Nods to the crowd. 3-1. And he will work a 2-out walk. Suboptimal. Sato, what are you doing? The 1-0. Fly ball center field. Taguchi diving play makes it. Yeesh. That was close. This is going to be a close game with Tateishi doing what he does. And what he does is strike out a bunch of guys. 1-2-3 inning for the Buffaloes. And now the other ex-Buffalo gets to have his moment in the sun. Takao Okuma returns to the Tokyo Dome for the first time. And he's going to pop this one up mile high on the infield. Kashiwabata, his former teammate, induces the flyout. Flared over the third baseman's head. 1-out single for Victor Meza. One of the many international signings that the Yomiuri Giants have made as of late. Tadashige Akamine, the shortstop. Defensive stud, but nothing to sniff at. We're going to pitch to contact here. And he's going to hit a Ducks North single. Regrets, I have them. The 1-2 to Asai. Off the end of the bat, Munoz to Kashiwabata. Back to first double play.
Strike 3.
All quiet on the batting front for the Buffaloes so far. All right, 2-out walk for Stephen Kwan. That'll bring up Igawa, who will strike out swinging. That's going to be dropping in front of Stephen Kwan for a single. My fault for playing outfield back. Sugai is a pull hitter, so we're going to shift on him. Hold that runner. The 2-2 to Daiichi Sugai. First strikeout of the game for Shinnosuke Sato. That'll bring up Masataka Yoshida. Off the end of the bat, the other way, Kwan comes in 2 down. The 2-2 to Endo. Flared into left field. Kwan's racing back. He's not going to get there. And that's a triple for the Giants' third base or center fielder. Giants take the lead, 1-0. Changeup gets, or curveball gets Nikaido swinging. Man, that's one good-looking third baseman stat line. Such a shame that Ota's injured for all this. This is like a preview of what this team's going to be in the future, and I'm not sure it's as good as the one that it was before. Three up, 3 down so far. Thank you for the follow, Southside Double Play. We've had a couple double plays so far today.
Strike 3.
Meza strikes out swinging. Akamine grounds this one to the pitcher. 1-2-3 inning for Sato. I get the sense we kind of needed that. He's at 68 pitches through 4 innings. Munoz high and deep to right. Okay, I could have sworn I replaced that horn with a brand new one already. This is what it should have sounded like. No, that's the old one too. Where the heck did the new one go? Did I actually save it? Yeah, very loud way to break up a no-hitter. This is what it's supposed to sound like. Have a listen. If you're wondering what that noise is, that is the Osaka Metro train horn. They usually toot it when they're leaving the station. So, excuse me one moment. Park Buffalo, baseball. Osaka, horn. Yes, replace the existing sound effect. Thank you. Hopefully we get more dingers so you can hear it in-game. Oscar Munoz is a phenom. I am so thrilled he signed with us long-term. You will notice I've given him a nickname, Oscar Bleepin' Munoz, because that's him. And I could play him out at center field too, but I think he's more valuable at second base. And also able to play more games because I feel like it's a less demanding position. We're not going to move the outfielders on Yamashita this time. There. Fly ball, right field. Igawa doesn't even have to charge in. That'll bring up Sugai. Sato having himself a bit of a bounce-back inning. Amazing what happens when all of a sudden your batters are batting. Not gonna lie, I think Stephen Kwan is not gonna get an extension for next season. I mean, I'm not gonna activate his player option. He's just okay. Not worth $2.45 million. I mean, the alternative is I extend Yuki Sato and put him in left, but ideally I'd like to have Gushiken there instead. Oh, I think Tataishi's mad. Here's Macho again.
Strike three.
Down on strikes. Four-pitch walk. And there's going to be action in the Buffalo's bullpen in relief of Shinosuke Sato. We are going to go for... Let's get Fusashi Shimazu starting to warm up. The 1-2 to Sato. On the ground, 4-3. They're not going to get the lead runner. The 1-0 to Okuma. On the ground, Munoz completes the ground out. Sato battles through 6 innings of play. Taguchi puts a charge into this one, but that's going to find Endo out in center field. Kashiwabata will work a one-out walk. Victor Meza may not have the best throwing arm. Kashi's feinting bunt here. We're just going to take a pitch on this one. All right, called strike. The 2-2 on the ground, 6-4, no 3, or 4-6. Which brings up Munoz again. That's what Munoz does. Dang. I got fooled there. I got bamboozled. Alright, Sato gets a full day of work. Fusashi Shimazu comes in. Try and keep this a tied game.
Strike three.
Gets Meza swinging. Pinch hitter now for the Giants, Kiroharo Sawano. He's going to be coming in and playing shortstop most likely. The 1-2.
Strike three.
Called strike 3. Fastball at 96 on the inner half. The 1-1 to Asai. Flared into right field. Egawa is there. Thank you for the follow, Ganba Magus.
Strike 3.
Dane Acker comes in to replace Tataishi. Good day on the mound for him. But that one mistake to Munoz. Still just a one-hitter. Buffalo's threatened now, though. Stephen Kwan gets aboard with a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Egawa.
Strike 3.
And that will sit down Egawa. New pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes, Akira Ishikawa, the left-hander.
Strike 3.
Gets Yamashita with a swinging strikeout. Sugai is the one guy I worry about because not only is he a pull hitter, but he eats lefties, so we're going to pitch around him a little bit.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3. 93 down the pipe. Masataka Yoshida launches this one to deep right field, but Egawa is able to get the basket catch. We're probably going to go to another... Yeah, we're going to go to Hasegawa here. All the bullpen arms. Umino puts a charge in this one. That's going to fall for a one-out single, or leadoff single. And we are going to bring in a substitute runner because absolutely should. Who are we going to go with? Who's our best runner? Not Gushiken. Oh, yeah. Oh. Might be Noguchi. No, you know what? We're going to go... we're going to bring Gushiken in. Better base running, even though he's not as good speed. Oh, man, that didn't work out. Oops. Maybe I should have gone with Noguchi.
Strike 3.
Still tied at ones. With Umino out of the game, Shungyozai Masuda is going to come in and relieve him behind the plates. New pitcher for the Buffaloes, Totaro Hasegawa. Big right-handed arm. And he gives up a leadoff single to Yoshitaka Endo. Pinch hitter now Koshiro Imai. The 0-2 to Imai. Flared into center field. Taguchi tracks it down. One away.
Safe.
But it's deep enough that the runner tagged up. Wow. Here's another former Buffalo, Hisanori Yasuda. Pull hitter on fly ball, so we're going to shift outfield to the right. The 2-2 to Yasuda. Karaburi Sanshin. Here's Victor Meza now. Popped up, right side of the infield. Tanaka called off his teammates. That'll bring up Yuki Takahashi to try and close this one out. And we are going to sub in someone who eats lefties for lunch and can play third, Keiichi Noguchi. Full count to Noguchi. Low, ball 4. Noguchi is a fast runner, and he's in there safe. The 1-1 to Munoz. And they are going to intentionally walk him. Yeah, tie watch, yeah. All right. I mean, we can't actually tie in out of the park baseball, but yes, this would be do or tie time. All right, we are going to be bringing in a pinch hitter for Jitsuo Onizuka at the DH spot. Isamu Fukuda is going to come in. We just need one. On the ground. That's going to be an infield single, base hit. Everyone's safe. Who is my best bunter? Yeah, we're gonna pull out all the stops here. We got our fastest runner. Remember, folks,
Always bunt.
Shinomi up. The squeeze bunt attempt. The play at the plate. Ah, didn't work. The 2-1 to Stephen Kwan. Inside out and into left field. Base hit and Buffaloes win. Stephen Kwan completes the comeback. Or completes the rally. Buffaloes take it in 9 innings. And I used all the substitutions that game. Alright, so who do we want to play as our third game today? Do we want to go visit the Arrows or the Comets? Alright, Manny Guzman is healthy. Yonamune's looking better. So let's do some movements. Honda is still having a rough go. So we're going to demote him. Yonamune returns to the lineup. Thank you for the follow there, kidneys. Appreciate it. Alright, batting stats. Haraguchi has been miserable. Yuck. Yeah, Kashiwabata has successfully played himself out of a starting spot. Manny Guzman, welcome back to the lineup. I want to see Miyamoto get some starts. Good to see Zaijiro Koide make a bounce back. Yeah, good to see him, man. Oof. Okay, I stand corrected. Koide got lit up. 6 runs on 2 hits and 5 walks. What the heck happened there, buddy? G. Lucas, thank you for the follow. Alright, I want to see Yonamine get a start. Yoshinobu Yamamoto turns in 8 shutout innings. Love to see it. Alright, so Shigeo Yamamoto not exactly winning it the third base job away so quickly. Okay, maybe we do need Ryo Ota more than I thought. Wow, Haraguchi has been bad with a capital B. Let's send him down to the minors. What comes up instead? I mean, ideally, Ota's healthy again soon. Yeah, Nako is nice, but I wouldn't put him at third, would you? Toshiya Hata's actually done pretty solid, so let's promote him up. Alright, this is going to be our third game that we're going to play through. I love Interleague because it gives us a chance to see different teams. And of those teams, the Comets are the more interesting of the two expansion clubs out in the Central League. They're actually kind of good. Seiya Hosokawa still doing what he's doing. Steven Zobak going to be the starting pitcher up against the returning Yukihiko Yonamine. Keiichi Noguchi getting a rare start at third base. Are we that desperate for players? Well, anyways. We are going to be shifting hard on some of these guys, especially someone like Ryota Nakano, who is a big, beefy bat. Fly ball left side. Kwan comes in. One down. Here's Hosokawa. 3-0. It's a 4-pitch walk for the former base star. Leandro Emiliani now. Yeah, let's hold the runner. The 2-2 to Emiliani. Flared into center field. Taguchi comes in. 2 down. Another big bat in Toshimitsu Tsuchiya. We're going to dance around him a bit. Full count on the ground. Guzman across the diamond. Only the walk. Steven Zobak. Actual person or not quite? Ah, he's fictional. Also, really liked the boost to the random talent change. Drafted by the Rockies, wound up with the Eagles, and has been bouncing around NPB since. Tigers, Lions, now with the Comets. Guzman's going to punch this one to the first baseman. Taguchi flares this one to deep center field, but that's going to stay in the ballpark, unfortunately. Nakano's able to take one away from his counterpart. Munoz flared into shallow right. 1-2-3 inning for Zobak. Thank you for the follow, Tim. Interesting. There's a batter up here, a righty batter with reverse splits, and he's going to strike out looking. First K of the game for Yonamine. Shinosuke Yamase, the catcher. The 1-2. On the ground to Tanaka. Flips it to his pitcher, 3-1. Memory serves, Raito Nakayama was formerly a Giant, and he was a menace in previous appearances.
Strike 3.
He will strike out looking at a curveball. Yamase is a gold glover behind the plate, so we are not going to be leaning on that steel button today. No siree. Even if that means we ground out into double plays. Quan inside outs this one. Base hit. First base hit of the game for either club. Egawa lifts this one into shallow right field. That's a 2-out single, and Stephen Kwan goes first to third. Umino with a chance for another RBI here. Down the line, but playable. They get the runner at second. Here's Fuyuhiko Yano, the shortstop. On the ground, Guzman up with it quickly to make the out. Yoshihasa Kawasaki. Very three true outcomes guy. Flares this one inside out. That's going to go all the way into the corner. Kwan's up with it and throwing. 1-out double for Kawasaki. I hear he lets the good times roll. Two to Nakano. Fly ball deep left center field, and that one's not coming back. Miyamoto on it quickly. Oh, sorry, Noguchi on it quickly to get the out. The 2-2 to Emiliani. The other way, Noguchi's got a cannon arm, and it's just in the nick of time. Speaking of Noguchi, here he is. Flared into center field. Over the head of the center fielder. Nakano was sleeping. Noguchi standing at second. And Guzman flares this one into center field as well. Nakano gets this one. Noguchi will tag up and head to third. Taguchi goes for the sacrifice. Doesn't work. I need to perform bunting classes with this team. We used to be able to basically make those automatic. What happened? Little number in front of the mound. Umino guns him down. The 1-2 to Katagiri. Strikes out swing. Here's Yamase, the number 6 hitter.
Strike 3.
2 strikeouts and a number. Good inning for Yonamine. 67 pitches through 4, though. We may have to look to the bullpen sooner than later. Infield hit for Onizuka. This one glances off at Aito Nakayama's mitt. 2 men aboard now. Here's Stephen Kwan. Flared line drive right to the third baseman, Kawasaki. Egawa grounds this one. 4-6-3 double play. That's what, 3 double plays we've grounded into now? Oh, just 2. Feels like more. Oops. My fielders must hate me when I
Strike 3.
mix it around. Yamase look crazy in that picture. We'll have to see when he comes back around again. I missed it. The benefits of having a good fielding first baseman.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3 on the slider. Yeah, he does kind of look a little, intense, let's say. Great Scott. All right, one out walk. All right, if anyone's going to be able to steal on Yamase, it's Noguchi. There he is. Noguchi's able to deke the third baseman and get to third. And Taguchi's going to loft this one to center field. And it's over the head of Nakano again. One run will score. Like, is he just losing it in the dome or something? This is ridiculous. But the Buffs are... I have got to figure out which sound file that is and delete it. Only plays when Oscar Munoz is up. Onizuka, deep drive to right center field, but playable. Hey! We got to run. We're also going to get someone warming in the bullpen. Let's get EDA up. The 1-2 to Nakano. On the ground, Guzman over to Tanaka. 6-3. Seiya Hosokawa.
Strike 3.
Down on strikes. Grounded up the middle. Guzman dives, makes the play. Gotta love those goofy bounces off the mound. Alright, 89 pitches. EDA is ready to go. And they've got three lefties, or three righties coming up. You know what? I think this is going to be it for Yonamine. We were able to get 6 innings out of him. 6 good innings. Not going to be greedy here. Tanaka punches this one. That's going to roll all the way to the base of the fence. That big Kyoseto Dome wall. And it's a leadoff double for Tsukasabado. Are we going to do some goofy stuff? Maybe. It's the 6th, though. You know what? We still got innings before I start getting substitution happy. Stephen Kwan, little number. Hey, the old swinging bunt gets the job done. Yeah, Egawa is not a bunter. That's a wild pitch. Yamase gets away from him. Tie ball game without even swinging the bat. And we are just going to take here. 2 runners aboard. Here's Takashi Umino.
Strike 3.
He's going to go down swinging. Zobak hanging in for dear life. Noguchi on the ground. They will go across the diamond. Here is Manny Guzman. Ball gets away from Yamase again. We've untied this ball game thanks to 2 wild pitches from Steven Zobak. Sorry, 1 wild pitch and 1 passed ball. Gold Glove catcher Mike Tuchus. Manny Guzman puts a charge into this one. Diving play by Nakano to take away the hit. Yeah, with Fujimoto tired, we're going to have to do EDA to Hasegawa to Ishikawa, or something in that order, based on handedness. I trust EDA, though. That ball is inside-outed. Leadoff single for Tsuchiya. Pinch hitter coming in, Chusuke Ikeda. Two 2-0. Lined into right field, and that's consecutive base hits now. We may have to get Totaro warmed up a little earlier than I expected. Actually, no, not Totaro. Let's do Ishikawa. Check in on Irie. The 2-2 to Yamase. Flared up the middle. Long run in for Taguchi, but he makes it and holds the runner. And Irie is injured. So Ishikawa's going to have to come in and get a couple innings. Pinch hitter Yasuo Yamaguchi. No likey. The 0-2. Flared into left center field. Taguchi on the run. Makes the catch. 2 down. We're almost out of it. The 1-2. Karabari Sanshin. Buffalo's clinging to a 1-run lead. Taguchi is going to get his second hit of the game. Yeah, we can't turn to Fujimoto. We used him up too much. This is going to be a tough one. Why did you swing on that, Munoz? Why? Jitsuo is going to park this one at the warning track, and he is off and running. 2-out double for Jeets. Tanaka is going to inside out this one to the wall. Opposite field double. And that is a critical insurance run. These two are inseparable. Here's Kwan now down the first baseline. All right, we're going to need Ishikawa to give us an inning plus here, and we're going to go to Hasegawa in the 9th. Oh, okay. This is funny. That's the reliever. That's a former closer of ours, Kaoru Higashi. We named him Niju Gimu because that means double duty or 2 jobs in Japan. And they're going to pinch hit him. So this is an interesting homecoming for Higashi. He's going to put a charge into this one to right field, but Egawa is able to make the play. I think next inning we're going to have to do a defensive sub for Noguchi. I mean, he's good defensively, but I don't like him there. All right, once again, we have a lefty on the mound to face Nakano. Noguchi with that cannon arm. 2 down. We may actually turn to Ishikawa for the 9th at this point. Holy smokes, he's been pitching fantastically. Only 14 pitches over an inning and 2/3. Why not? Why not?
Strike 3.
Okay, that was a nonsense call. Knuckle curve on the outside. That should not have been a strike. I'm going to argue that with the ump. Tomiji Matsumoto, the pitcher right now for the Comets. Noguchi, probably his last at-bat today. Opposite field single. I will take that. That'll bring up Leonard Ramos. Interesting way to spell Leonard. What do you mean, thank goodness you are live, Cavacom? I know it's been a while, but... Noguchi, another stolen base against Yamase. The 0-2 for Guzman. Flare on the infield. Yeah, I don't think Manny's going to be getting an extension this season. He's been broken this year, man. Compared to the last few years, like, this is a step down for him. Alright, we're going to get Hasegawa warmed up. Yuya Sera, the catcher. Alright, I was going to defensive sub in one of Hata or Miyamoto. Yeah, we're going to go Miyamoto in for Noguchi. Alright, Yuya Sera with a walk. Suboptimal. The 2-2 to Tsuchiya. High drive deep to left field, and this ball game is tied. You know what? As punishment, Ishikawa, you're going to finish this inning. I don't care if your arm falls off. You gave up the gopher ball. You got to deal with it. Ball's going to get away from... Alright. He's cooked. We're going to get Shimazu warmed up. Full count to Fuyuhiko Yano. Laced into the opposite field corner base hit. Egawa up throwing.
Safe!
Comets now have the lead. That's on me. I should have pulled him when I had the chance. Bullpen's kind of blowing a head gasket here. Shimazu kind of had to rush his warm-ups. Ooh, good play. Umino guns down Yuichi Sakamoto. But now we're in a tough spot. Their closer, Takahide Iguchi, is going to try and close this one out. We're down by 1 after Akira Ishikawa gives up a tying 2-run bomb and then a go-ahead single. Nakano dives to make the play against Taguchi. Tying runs aboard. The winning run is aboard. I'm feeling frisky. The double steal is on.
Safe!
Both runners are safe. Come on, Tanaka.
Strike 3.
Oh, that stinks. Can Kwan be the hero 2 times in one stream session? Bases loaded. Takechi Egawa. The 1-2.
Strike 3.
Karaburi Sanshin. Comets come from behind and beat the Buffaloes. I don't often have a sound effect for when we lose, but I feel like this seems appropriate. Well, that was a bit of a duck fart. Alright, let's zoom to July 1st. And one more game to watch. I feel like we need to recover, and most of our injured players are going to be back soon anyway. Welcome back, Yuki Sato. No need to rehab from a thumb injury, but you know what? Taguchi did really well subbing in for him. I feel comfortable letting Yuki Sato walk now. I do. Another 20 home run season for Munoz. You'll love to see it. When did the Dragons take over the lead in the Central League? What the heck? I'm sorry. When the Giants played us, they were leading the Central League. Stop the autoplay. What on earth happened here? Chunichi went 15-9. Yomiuri went 8-15. Oi, oi, oi. Two wins in their last 10. Yeah, Interleague is roughing them up something fierce. So, go Dragons, I guess? Walked off on the arrows. Love to see it. Alright, last game, because I do have to start my workday soon. I also want to see who else is streaming. Out of the park right now. EDA, 4 days out, whatever. Ota, man, you gotta come back soon. We're dying out here, man. Onizuka, top hitter in June. Yoshinobu Yamamoto goes 4-0 in June. He's become something of a notorious slow starter, I'm noticing. April, he was trash, but May and June, he's been back to his usual self. Oh, that's awesome! Yasuaki Yamasaki returns to the Bay Stars, the team where he started his career. That's a feel-good story. That is a really feel-good story. You know what? Stephen Kwan's turning in a pretty good campaign. Shortstop is a mess. Manny. We need Ota back. We really do. One last game before we close out today. Alright, it looks like we're going to be going to raid your kidneys after this. He's streaming right now. But first, the Green Squad. Sumitomo Arrows will be taking on your Oryx Buffaloes. A very different look for the Arrows this game. Onizuka's at first because Noguchi's out in right field. Yukisato back in the center field. And speaking of YY, we're going to get to watch one of his starts. Rikyu Namba. Rikyu, don't lose that Namba. Okay, remind me once we're done this game, I have to go actually add that to his player profile. That is just friggin' hilarious. High drive from Namba, but that's going to fall into Kwan's mitt. One down. Tokinobu Nishi, the center fielder, up next. Hard hit down to Onizuka, who takes it himself. Former Buffalo Ryoto Kita. Coming up next, line drive hitter facing a bit of a flexor strain, so not sure why Sumitomo's playing him. But he will take a 2-out walk. DH Shohei Matsui. Driven into center field, Yuki Sato. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, that's why they got this guy playing second. Wow.
Strike three.
Here's Noguchi starting the game in right field today. Oscar Munoz grounds this one to the shortstop in time. Yukitoshi Honma. Dangerous batter, but Yamamoto gets him swinging. Here's Tsumoto. Full count on Tsumoto. Flared into right field for the first hit of the game. Here's 3 cabbages. On the ground, 4, 6, 3 double play. DHing today is Isamu Fukuda up against the lefty Ramirez. Drives this one deep into right field, but that's going to sit in front of the track. Honma puts him away. Kwan inside outs this one to left field, but Kita is there. There's Umino the catcher, deep drive to center field. That's over the head of the center fielder again. It's got to be tricky playing out there. And Umino tries to stretch a double into a triple and gets thrown out. I haven't seen that happen before. Like, Umino, what are you doing? You're not that fast. Here's the shortstop, Ono.
Strike three.
Fly ball into right field over the head of Noguchi. Speaking of losing stuff in the lights. Can we turn the lights down here in the ballpark, please? This is getting ridiculous. All right, let's pitch around Nishi with an open bat. Yamamoto pounces on it. All it takes is one pitch to erase the mistake. Third base today is Shigeo Miyamoto. Hard hit ball through the left side infield and past the left fielder Kita. Former Gold Glover makes an error. It slips under his mitt, and Miyamoto stays at second. Onizuka not normally batting from the right side. He is a switch hitter. Here's Manny Guzman. Lace down the left field line. That's going to go for extra bases, and that will bring in an RBI. Guzman with an RBI. Feinting a steal of third, and there he goes.
Safe.
Fast runner, good bunter. You know this run is scoring. When it comes to Yuki Sato,
Always bunt.
Daichi Noguchi flares this one to the third baseman. Namba is able to put it away. Munoz, hard hit through the left side of the infield.
Safe.
Yuki Sato is a menace on the base paths. Here's Fukuda now. And he's going to ground out to the second baseman. So our friend Yamamoto is going to get the chance to play with a lead here. The 1-2 to Matsui. Off the end of the bat. Guzman gets it done. Here's Honma, the right fielder. Past Munoz. Hard hit ball into right. Noguchi picks it up and returns it to the infield. Tsumoto, the 1-2, flared into center field, but picked up by Yuki Sato. Thank you for the follow, YJXZ. I don't know YJXZ. Do you? All right, Umino. Let's see. Make sure he doesn't. Yeah, he stays at first. Good, good. That's what we want. Shigeo Miyamoto puts a charge into this one. That's going to go all the way to the wall. The rookie second baseman has himself a double. Runners at second and third now for Jitsuo Onizuka, the first baseman. The 1-1 flared into left field. Kita is there. Not deep enough to score a run. Manny Guzman will ground out to the second baseman. Trades a double pull, so we're going to move around our guys. Inside outs this one, Miyamoto across the diamond, well played. Shoma Itami, the catcher. 10 dingers so far in the season. Plenty of time for Yuki Sato to retract his steps. Through 5, Yoshinobu's thrown 66 pitches. We're going to let the big dog eat at this point. Oscar Munoz on the ground. The third baseman, Namba, not in time. 100th hit of the season for Oscar Munoz. That'll bring up the DH, Isamu Fukuda. On the ground, Namba is on the money. Leadoff walk for Namba. That's suboptimal. 1-2 to Nishi. Flare to the opposite way. Quan is in. First and second. And YY starting to get into a teensy bit of trouble. Let's get Davitt warmed up. Flared into center field. Yuki Sato picks it up basically at his head level. The 1-2 to Matsui. Flared right side. Noguchi makes the play. Here's Honma. The 1-2.
Strike 3.
Karabari Sanshin. Great inning by Yamamoto there to get out of a jam. All right, we're going to sit down Davitt. We're going to go with Matsuda as our next arm up. Four-pitch walk for Takashi Umino. He's having a good day at the dish. Maybe not the best base running day, but... And why would you bring in Yoshihiro Fujioka, former Buffalo, against Jizuo Onizuka to flip him around and let him bat left-handed? Oh, that's why. Okay. Alright, so first sign of trouble. We got Matsuda at the ready. Nice little sliding catch there by Yamamoto. That was a very funny animation looking. Okay, there's trouble. Trey Cabbage parks this one on the track. It's a one-out double, and that will end Yoshinobu Yamamoto's day. Takanibu Matsuda, swingman so far this season, gets a strikeout, and that'll bring up Morihiko Misawa. The 0-1 to the pinch hitter. Off the end of the bat, over the head of Miyamoto. Here's Quan. Picks it up in time. Runners hold. The 2-2 to Nanba. Inside strike 3 call. Well played, sir. Yuki Sato's speed gets it done here. And he's off and running now. Down the line and fair. Noguchi's going to add another run of insurance, scoring Yuki Sato. Oscar Munoz plops this one into center field. Noguchi comes home to score. And it's 4-0 Buffaloes. Fukuda grounds out to the shortstop. That'll advance the runner. Quan on the ground to Ono. The Buffaloes have doubled their lead, and we're going to see some defensive substitutions at this point. Tsukasaburo Tanaka will come in to take over at first base for Jitsuo Onizuka. Matsuda is just firing bullets today. That's what happens when you have an 80 stuff guy out of the pen. Line drive right to Munoz. Is it possible to have a slow line drive? Because that kind of looked like one. Full count to Shohei Matsui. And that's going to bring us to the bullpen. Tamao Fujimoto's getting warmed up. The 1-1 to Honma. Fly ball. Center field. Yuki Sato says inning over. We are going to sit Fujimoto down. We're going to let Matsuda end this one out. That's a Moda Show. 3-hit game for Takashi Umino. 2 singles and a double. Good day at the plate for the Buffalo's catcher. Past a diving shortstop Ono. And it's first and second now. And here's Tsukasaburo Tanaka. On the ground. They're going to go to first. Takahide Ikeda comes in now. To deal with Manny Guzman, who's going to pop it up basically in front of home plate. Yuki Sato down looking. I didn't notice Matsuda's already drained. Crap. Okay, Hopefully Fujimoto can warm up quick. Apologies. Alright, putting Fujimoto in cold. Trey Cabbage launches this one. Kwan with a diving play makes it.
Strike
Tommy strikes that swing at 98 on the radar gun. And that's the ball game. Buffaloes shut out the Arrows 4-0. I want to point something out here for a second. Miyamoto, Munoz, and Umino all had 3-hit days. That's ridiculous. Okay, I feel like this is a good spot to stop. I gotta eat lunch, then get started on my workday. Next stream session, we got Ryo Ota coming back. The pitching has been good. The batting's been good. We may actually have to put Noguchi in the field more often. And it's going to be an interesting run to the finish. We're kind of running away with the Pacific League right now, but that can change at a moment's notice. See Chunichi suddenly now leading the Central out of nowhere. And of course, we've got the Hawks to deal with, who signed Abraham Toro, still have Shu Masuda, added Kota Inoue, added Tadashi Kon, and whom we traded Mizuki Shinohara to, who finally seems to be turning in a good campaign. No, actually he's regressed from last year. Ha ha ha, sucks to be them. So we are going to go raid Kidneys while he's busy doing some data collection. So you're still going to be able to get your out-of-the-park baseball fix. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to be streaming again. It's not going to be this Saturday. Hopefully it'll be next. And I hope you'll be able to join me for that. Firage, take us out. Enjoy the rest of the day, everyone.
buddy. Stampede, oh no. Hey, Capcom, what's going on, guys? If you're not following the suit, forget what he's doing, but uh, it's an international league, right? You're doing NBP or NPB, yeah, exactly. Franchise mode, yeah. So he's doing a really cool thing there. Make sure you're following his stream. Yeah, always. I had a good time watching you a bit earlier, right before I turned my stream on. Sorry for overlapping. I don't really feel great a lot of the time, so I just stream whenever I can, right? So it's more of a me thing. So, but welcome everyone. We are doing some very boring stuff right now. We are just collecting bronze data.